Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Dan. And today, as you can see, I'm still continuing my Disney movie marathon by talking about their movies, shows. Okay, maybe not really shows because I don't care for shows really, but the theme parks, merchandising, or whatever else. It's gonna be a movie view, of course. Yeah, fun and fancy free. So yeah. I did watch this on Disney Plus. I mean, rewatched it. Oh yeah, I remember. I do remember when this first came out, back in the late 1940s. Yes, I'm actually a lot older than when you think I am, folks. Oh yeah, and they were an interesting time, I would say. So yeah, I just figured I'd just do this. Of course, this was definitely a film that was produced during the 1940s to save some money during World War II, of course. So yeah, there's a whole bit with that, of course. And yeah, that was the thing, folks. The Disney package films of the late 1940s helped finance the 1950s Cinderella and whatnot. And even though the 1951 film Alice in Wonderland was a box office failure, but then there was other films like Peter Pan that came out in 1953 was actually a success. So yeah, at least some came out of it, of course. Yeah, this was yeah, the war times or whatever, I guess you can say. I remember from the package movies that came out during World War II. That's what I'm referring to. In case you're wondering, they did this kind of thing before, is what I'm getting at. Anyway, as always, let's talk about the plot, shall we? So here we go. There's like two kind of different stories going on, kind of thing going on here, folks. We do get to see Jim Lee Cricket making an appearance in this large plant in this house, exploring and singing. Of course, until he happens to stumble upon this doll, this teddy bear, and of course, this record player with some sounds, of course. And yeah, this musical romantic story that was narrated, of course, and Jimmy over here, Jimmy Cricket, decides to set up the record player to tell us its own story. The fourth story you get to see here, folks, is that it's supposed to follow this adventures of the circus bear whom longs to be free, of course, in the wild. This bear was raised in captivity and is praised for his performances, but the thing is that he's poorly treated, and once he is off stage, of course, as such, while traveling on a circus train, his natural instincts kick in, of course, the call of the wild, so to speak. Pretty much urge him to break free. So, of course, once he breaks free, enters the forest. But the second story, of course, does have Mickey Mouse. This segment is has its own little narration in the live action sequences. Who, um, with the help of his this dummies, I guess you would say, trying to tell the story of the to the child actress at her birthday party, where let's just say someone is listening after having read an introduction, invi- um, invi- invitation, I guess you would say, folks. So yeah, that's going on shortly after the previous story had ended. So yeah, there was this Mickey Mouse doing his thing, obviously, and yeah, the there's a giant, of course, in the story, obviously, and yeah, that's going on. Of course, Mickey Mouse has gone through his own adventure. Of course, Goofy and Donald, of course, will make an appearance in this story as well. Because, well, might as well, obviously. But that's, well, of course, he has to first get out alive because he goes to this castle thing or whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much what's going on here, folks. I mean, those other things I would like to bring up, but I don't want to spoil anything. And my videos, yeah, my videos would rarely contain any spoilers of anything really when it comes to story. But yeah, this one definitely has the old school Disney feel, which yes is missed nowadays. If I'm gonna be honest here, but just throwing that out there is all. Yeah, this definitely has the old school Disney charm vibe to it, folks. But okay, beyond that, let's not let nostalgia crowd our judgment here, folks. But yeah, it's it's not bad. The music is actually quite good. Very good music. Well, it's Disney after all, so of course the music is going to be quite well done. So props for that. The live action segments of this film were actually nicely done. The treatment for this wasn't too bad, of course, not too shabby. So yeah, I really did enjoy this, folks, for what it's worth. So it was a pretty good film, of course. And I know this film didn't really receive the best positive reviews, so yeah, it was often considered to be one of Disney's lesser efforts, one of the weaker films that he produced. But well, okay, even then, it still is very charming, simple, and pretty enjoyable. I did think the live action sequences may seem quite a bit dated compared to nowadays. And yeah, the film is quite short, of course, but yeah, it's still not bad. I did enjoy this as a whole, of course. And yeah, it was a solid feature, of course. And I can say that it definitely was something I could say give it a chance if you haven't really seen it. It's entertaining in its own little way. And but yeah, for what it's worth, it's not terrible. So yeah, it's highly uneven. Yes, of course. And yeah, it shows. But yeah, I did like what was done here, folks. The way it was done is pretty much good. As you can say, it's fun for the family, I guess. If you have little kids around, I guess you can say they can be more forgiving, I suppose. But for what it's worth, I can definitely say it's a little treasure, of course. But yeah, it's definitely a little treasure that was made by Walt Disney when he was around. And you can tell comes off different compared to the Disney films nowadays. Yeah, no, I'm comparing it again, I know. But yeah, it's pretty obvious. But that doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. Or I guess it kind of depends what's going on, I guess. But then more newer films, of course. But I'm only bringing that up because of the fact that I've heard a lot of people complain about the fact that they miss the traditional hand-drawn animation, which, okay, I can see why. But that doesn't necessarily mean you should dismiss the newer stuff. But anyway, altogether, like I said, it has a charm. But yeah, I can say that this is definitely well animated. Of course, despite being an older film, obviously. But yeah, the voice acting was pretty good. I did like the voice acting that was produced uh for this film. The voice acting was good. The singing wasn't too bad. So yeah, there's not really much I can complain about this. Really, of course, not really. But yeah, I can say that Walt Disney himself. Fun fact for you: Walt Disney himself actually voiced Mickey Mouse in this. So yeah, there you go. This is definitely a good thing for this kind of a movie. So yeah, there's a cool little adventure feel to it. Oh yeah, of course, definitely. The characters always have to go onto this grand adventure for whatever reason, obviously. But that seems to be a trademark with these Disney characters anyway, which is fine. But yeah, this is definitely something I wouldn't mind watching again. I guess if I have nothing else to do and if I'm bored, I guess I would just give this a watch. I mean, okay, it's not that I was expecting much from this really, and yeah, for what it's like I was saying, It's there was better Disney films that they made even during around this time, of course, but all in all, it's definitely something I can say that there's a certain kind of this feel to it. And yeah, this was done when Walt Disney himself was alive. So yeah, um, so a lot of the Disney fans who are curious about the more early works, and they will watch many of these. And I know a lot of kids nowadays had grown up with the CGI stuff and not really watched, or maybe not that many, if any at all, of the old original films that came out way back when. And this is definitely something they can give a watch. At least let them watch it once, I suppose. But yeah, so this is definitely something I can say that it's pretty solid. It's a decent little movie that was produced many eons ago. Oh boy, I definitely remember the days. That's for sure, folks. All right, I guess that'll be it, folks. So I enjoyed it for what it's worth, and I'll give this film an overall rating of a 6.7 out of 10. It's a 6.7 out of 10 for me. So of course, as always, thanks for watching and take care. Until next time, see ya. Oh yeah, later. Yeah.